Hello and welcome to the Salon Services podcast for hair and beauty professionals. In each episode, we're talking to industry experts about everything from mental health to working with celebrity clients. I'm your host, Lou Sherlock, and in this episode, I'm delighted to welcome Kayla Doyle, founder of My Beauty Squad. A mobile beauty app, My Beauty Squad has a team of qualified hair and beauty professionals who do hair, nails, makeup and body treatments for clients in their own homes. One of the reasons Kayla set up her business was because the marketplace didn't serve her needs for afro hair. Based on her own experiences, she's committed to making sure My Beauty Squad is inclusive of everyone. So hi Kayla, thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
I wonder if we can start, if you can just tell us a bit about My Beauty Squad and why you set it up.
So, long story short, I set up My Beauty Squad because my dear husband, he booked a holiday and I was working 9 to 5. So by the time I got home, he told me, oh, I booked a holiday and we are leaving tomorrow morning. And I went everywhere in the neighborhood trying to find a place that would be open for me to do like a manicure, wax all the girl stuff.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anything open. And it literally was a aha moment. I was like, wait a minute, I am, a professional and I always get home late. And the only option I have is the weekend if I want to do any beauty treatment whatsoever. And I decided that, we need a high quality service, but out of times as well, and give women more flexibility. And due to my experience in beauty, I decided why not do it myself. And then, that's how it started. A really bad website, and then connected with a few other therapists and just started,
So how long ago was that? When did you actually set it up?
It was 3 years ago.
And how many therapists do you have working for you now?
Yeah, it's amazing. So I started with 5 therapists, and most of them is still on the team, and we have over 120 therapists now in the UK and Ireland.
That's amazing. And obviously one of the key things about My Beauty Squad is that you pride yourselves obviously on being inclusive. So I wonder if you can tell us a bit about that as well. And I think from your own experiences, both as a beauty therapist and as a customer, you've spoken in the past about sort of the discrimination you faced and how you definitely don't want anyone else to experience that.
Yeah, I feel like for everyone, we don't like to feel left out. We don't like to feel that when we go somewhere that we don't belong. And I think when I founded My Beauty Squad, this was something really, really important to me because I've been to salons before and I have afro hair, and I literally had hairdressers telling me, asking a lot of questions before accepting the service as if they didn't want to do it. And most of times for a woman, the little time that you have to go do your hair is the time that you relax, is the time that you take it for yourself. And then when you go there and you feel, discriminated, it really ruins the experience. And for me, it was really important from a beauty squad that everybody feels welcomed, and that every stylist that works with us know how to do trans women, know how to do afro hair and curly hair and everything. So it's really, really important.
And what's the feedback been from your customers so far?
All the customers, they feel really happy because the main thing is just like, of course, it's more private. And having someone that knows how to do your hair and you are not nervous, because I think every woman, when you go to a salon and then we don't know the stylist, we're nervous about the experience, or we're nervous if they know how to do our hair. And overall, they're really happy. Most of customers really talk about the consistency, which is really important for me, of having the same quality, doesn't matter the stylist. Which is something I learned from my experience as well working in salons, which was like one stylist was junior, the other one was senior. But I'm a true believer, I know it's a bit controversial, but I'm a true believer that not because you are a senior, you are way better than the juniors. Sometimes like there are people that true talent and they're young age, but they have that talent. So I don't like classifying the stylists. And I'm a believer that this has to change, because discrimination is not only color, it's age as well. There's so many things that need to change in the beauty industry at the moment.
And if anyone is listening to this and they want to make their hair and beauty business more inclusive. So what are the first steps they can take towards doing that?
I think it's looking at your service list is really important. Look at your service list and think, is this inclusive? Do I have Afro hair blow dry? Do I have products in my salon or in my kit that are for Afro hair and that are for curly hair? Because this is something I came across a lot. Someone would use a product on my hair and I knew it from the get-go, oh, this is not for me. Like, this is not gonna work. And then at the end of the day, my hair would end up looking super oily because the product was too intense for my hair. So it's literally taking a look at your kit, taking a look at your service list, and see what you can do and what you can add to be more inclusive.
And in terms of training, there's been talk about the training isn't always inclusive of all hair types and all skin tones. What would you say about that for people who are maybe just starting out as well?
I think that there is a huge issue with our beauty schools at the moment. I've been talking with makeup artists, we see makeup artists and hairstylists, and any beauty therapists in general. All of them say they're not given models of colors while training. And most of them says that most of the time they need to go find their own models. And it's really hard, to find maybe like a person of color last minute if it's not part of the circle. So I think you need to start with the schools. The schools need to make a priority to provide models of all colors and all ages, because what is happening right now, people are leaving the training schools and they're not prepared. We had therapists saying, oh, I can only do Caucasian hair, or I can only do Caucasian makeup. And we were shocked because you learn that in your school. And then when you come to real life, you have people with all colors and you lose opportunities because the school is not adding that to your training. So I think it needs to start at the very bottom with the schools. They need to provide models of all colors and ages to students so they can come out prepared.
And if you do have therapists now who haven't got that training, again, how could they sort of get that training and upskill themselves?
I think the best way to do that, there are loads of communities on social media that you can, offer a free service and go to these groups and say, hi guys, I'm training, I want to do someone's hair, I'm looking for someone with Afro hair or with curly hair, and can I give you a blow dry or can I give you like a service in exchange? I think you really need to put yourself out there to find a model. It's hard, most of us cannot afford to pay for models to train with or not be given one by the school. But you really need to think to yourself, if I want to be the best in my field, if I want to be the best artist and excel in my career, I need to make an effort myself to learn. And there are so many communities where you can ask, and my beauty squad are happy to help as well. So just reach out, because a lot of people, happy to get like a free makeup in exchange of you, enhancing your skills.
And I saw on your Facebook page you had a gorgeous picture of one of your trans customers. And again, a lot of you work with the trans community, which is brilliant. And again, for hair and beauty professionals who haven't worked with transgender people before, again, what would your advice be in terms of kind of the treatment menu and your marketing?
I think you need to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and how would you like to feel if you were in their shoes? And it's a really delicate subject, because most of trans women, some of them are still going to the transition phase. So you need to understand how you speak to them and how you make them feel comfort, how you make them feel welcomed. As I said before, with my beauty squad, I never wanted to make anyone feel like they were not welcomed. So if you want to reach out to the trans community, make sure that you use advertising that it's gentle, and just says you are welcome here. Look, you might feel insecure, because most of them feel a little insecure to reach out, and that you will say, oh no, we don't do trans makeup. So when they reach out to us, they're like, you're really welcome here. We'll be happy. It's a privacy for them as well to do in their own home. And you just know how to reach out to them in a welcome and loving way, because at the end of the day, everyone just wants to feel loved and pampered. So it's just educating yourself in how you reach out to them.
And again, is there anything else hair and beauty professionals should bear in mind when they want to make sure that they're creating an environment where everyone feels comfortable?
So you need to be aware of your environment, and to the best way for you to understand about your environment is to go out with people from different backgrounds, get to know people, talk to them, and learn what's the hassles that they have when they go to a beauty salon. And you learn so much from them, and that will help your career. You open your worlds to so many opportunities and so many different clients that you can get. It's truly amazing, but you need to put effort into it. It won't come, to you, those clients. You need to kind of open yourself to them.
So, what are you most proud of about My Beauty Squad?
I'm really proud of the team. My Beauty Squad is the only company where I've been there, been their shoes. I started doing services myself, and I got to work with a lot of our beauticians doing services together. And I always been approachable. They know all of them, like, they have my phone number. They can call me, they can message me, and we built a beautiful relationship where they know my story. They know that I'm not some random person that just decided to explore the beauty community. So I think that helped to create like a beautiful team that we work together. I really believe that when the team is happy, when the team understands where you came from, they will take care of your clients. And that's how we managed to grow my Beauty Squad so fast, because the team is truly amazing, and the clients, they feel that, and they give this feedback for us. And it's truly amazing. The beauty therapists in general, for me, is such a group of beautiful people.
And what are your most popular treatments that you find you're doing when you're going out to see clients?
And makeup, definitely, it's a big one. I think everybody loves makeup, and it's so hard to, when you find a good makeup artist, you just want to have your makeup done all the time. They get a good service. So makeup's a big one for us.
And what are your plans for My Beauty Squad going into next year and beyond?
So we started literally from zero. It's very surreal for me to even talk about it, because it really started from zero. We started with a bad website, me going to people's homes, to the growth that we had, to thousands of customers now. So at the moment, we launched our first product, which is a lash collection inspired in our clients. We noticed that a lot of our clients, they didn't like very dramatic lashes, and older clients as well. Most of them, they wouldn't even ever tried lashes. So we created a collection inspired in our client, where the lashes are really lightweight. They're suitable for women that work every day. They work in offices, or they have jobs that they cannot wear a full face of makeup, but they still want to enhance their eyes. That was our first product, but we will be launching more products that we're seeing from our experience with customers. And yeah, so I think we want to go into more cities, but also grow our product line inspired by our beautiful customers.
And if anyone's listening to this and they're like, I would love to work for My Beauty Squad, how would they go about that?
Yeah, you're always looking for therapists, and you can go to our website. But something's really important is not only your qualifications or your experience, but your personality as well. Because I do feel, I'm a true believer that us women, we are always working for everybody else. We're taking care of our partners, we're taking care of the house, we're taking care of children.
Yeah.
And when you take that time for yourself, you need someone that will come to your house happy, will have a good personality, you make you feel special. So if you do want to apply, we look a lot into personality as well. And for anyone in beauty, really, if you are, I know that a lot of us, we do those services every single day, but for every customer, maybe that little beauty time is the only time that they have. So we need to, be happy and give them like a good energy.
And just going back to sort of the topic of inclusivity, in terms of the industry as a whole, how do you feel it is at the moment? Do you feel it is getting more inclusive of everyone, or do you think there's quite a lot of work still to be done?
I think you'll be able to see that in a couple of months, because I feel we started, especially during the lockdown, to be more inclusive, and it had the Black Lives Matter movement, and I see a lot of beauty brands now having more dark-skinned models and different models. So I don't know if it's just a trend at the moment, or if people will stick with the inclusivity. And so I think only time will tell. But there are a lot of changes that still need to be done. We need to start, as I said, from the schools, and then in the beauty marts, in the salons. We need to have models from different backgrounds. We need to use posters and advertising. This is something that I take really serious in any sort of advertising we do, because for any other women, they want to look at a brand and feel, oh, I'm there, there is a picture of someone that looks like me. But I still think only time will tell us if this is just like a trend at the moment. Is it fashionable, or if people will truly stick with including people into their promotions and brands?
In your kind of Instagram feeds as well, I suppose it's a matter of, if you're sharing photographs of your work, it's not just using Caucasian models and hair, it's using people of colour and trans community and everyone in your feed as well, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Because your feed, it's your work. It's the first impression that you give to a customer. And something that I find really sad, really, sometimes I go into feeds of Black makeup artists and they only show Black customers, as if they don't have the ability to do Caucasian customers, Asian customers, or trans. And they're so talented, but they're only showing one kind of model, which makes me assume, oh, this person can only do this skin tone. And if you only knew how many more customers you could attract if you post different people from different backgrounds, that you only help you to make much more income if you truly show your talent all across, the different kinds of people. So you need to be aware that your feed on social media, it's your portfolio, it's your sales card. So if you have the opportunity to show your work, make sure that you use every kind of hair, every kind of customers, to be attractive to everybody.
And is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you're hoping for next year? Obviously, hopefully we'll be in a better position, everyone, next year anyway. But anything else you're most excited about for 2021?
Well, I think everybody's excited about us getting rid of this coronavirus, because it has impacted so much the beauty industry, the event industry, that we are all correlated. I feel if people have no events to go, you're going to have less customers, and weddings as well. So I really hope that we get rid of Corona, that everybody, can get back to work normally. We want to hire more stylists and extend our products. But I really hope everybody, stay well, take care of your mental health, and we can help, get back to it stronger than ever. It is a beautiful community that we have, and just that we grow from this, and that we learn from this, that if something like that happen in the future, hopefully not, but but that we can stay afloat and come out stronger. But my hope is that like strength for everybody, and that we come out of this much better than before.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Kayla. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm really, really grateful for this.
Thank you for listening to our Salon Services podcast with music by audionautics.com. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and like the episode. It's completely free and packed full of expert advice.